Hey Royal Family, welcome to the front row. My name is Roanna Moodley, and if you haven't subscribed to this channel, maybe you need to know why you need to subscribe to this channel. This channel is all about empowering you to be the best version of yourself and that your circumstances do not define who you are. If that is something that resonates with you, click that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, get the things you know whenever we put it up twice a week during the week to get you some motivation and inspiration, and comment below at the end of this video to let me know what you thought of this video or if you have any other topical issues that you think we can discuss. Right, let's get started with the video. My name is Roanna Moodley, and today I'm talking about why I chose myself and stopped joining a lot of the friends that I used to join in a past life of mine. You know, this video sounds like it's a little bit mean, but I promise you it's not. I have always been the person that had a lot of friends. I was very introverted in primary school, and then when I went to secondary school, then I kind of became a little bit more popular, but not in the sense that popular girls want to be popular. I was popular in the sense that I was one of my dogs. Like, I was one of the boys, and the boys didn't even know that I was a girl. That's how close we were. And I had different types of friends. So I would have the nerdy friends and the friends that were really good academically, and then I was also friends with the really naughty ones. So I was a good balance of the sporty, the naughty, the intelligent, and the not so great. So I was I would call myself an all-rounder in school. I was the kind of girl that the teacher would call me and say, Roanna, can you go and check the girls' toilets to see what the girls are doing, because I know that they're doing something naughty. And I would be that person that would go and tell them, hey, Miss Prasad wants to know what you guys are doing in the toilet, so do what you need to do, and when I get there, make sure that you're gone. So I would cover for them, and I was like, you know, nobody likes a tattletale. So I knew that early on in my life. So I think that is why I became quite popular with the different groups of people. Then when I went to university, the same thing sort of happened. I was friends with different types of people. In the Natal campus at UKZN, there's a coffee shop area, and in the coffee shop area, a certain demographic of people that would roll at the coffee shop. These people were seen as wealthy, well-dressed, always in heels, hair done, like always having money, doing the things, accent, best cars, the works. So I had some friends there. And the people who I generally rolled with were the people that would be outside MTV building, and the people that just were normal and really down to earth, but we didn't have a spot at the coffee shop. We would naturally have a spot at the coffee shop if we saw some of the people that I knew, and then sometimes we'd have a seat there, but usually it would be super uncomfortable. But you get my drift. And then when I went into the working life, I realized that the same sort of habits I was building. I then got myself a car. And you know, when you get yourself a car, you suddenly become popular, and you suddenly start having to pick up people and drop them off, which I didn't mind really, because I thought I was doing something good. So when it came to my turn, then I would receive in the same way. However, that was not the case, and I learned the hard way. I was the type of friend that would go and pay for everybody's meals, even though I didn't have a lot of money, but I was the one that was working the different jobs that I had. So I would offer to pay, and nobody would ever offer to pay for me. And I would offer to fetch and drop off, and nobody would ever do that for me. And then I got a slap in the face really when I had some car issues, and not a single person phoned me to find out how I would get to a destination. Not a single person phoned me to take me out. And not a single person really just cared, except my family, and except one or two people that I'm still in connection with because they cared enough to check up on me. And my circle of friends just started to drop, because I realized that people really are just there for the good times, and they're not genuinely there when you absolutely need them. And if you can count, you know, at least 5 people on one of your hands that you can call a genuine friend, I think you can call yourself lucky. So yes, there were 1 or 2 people that were there for me, who I have still been in contact with even today. We may not be talking every single day, but I still connect with them when I can, because I know that they are genuine and they really do care about me. But that circle is very, very small, and I keep that circle very small because I realize that my strength and my vibrational energies were somehow divided so much by me being a people pleaser, by me being this person that everybody kind of used because they never cared to make contact with me. So it was a hard pill to swallow. It hurt me a lot because a lot of the people I thought that were my friends, that were there, were supposed to be there for me, were really not there for me. And they didn't really care, because if they cared, they would make an effort to care. They would make an effort to be there and be present. So then I decided, you know what, it's okay, let me just move on, and let me just sort of RIP those weak links and find people that are genuinely there for you. And through that journey, I also realized that not all friends you make will be there forever. Some friends are going to be there just for a chapter, because you need to teach them a lesson, or they're there to teach you a lesson, and that is it, and that's okay. And some friends are there for a lifetime, and doesn't matter how long you haven't spoken to them, when you do check up on them, it means a great deal. But that only comes with age, and it only comes as you learn about life. So the younger you are, the more you feel like you've got this amazing group of people that will be there forever. But as you get older and life gets the better of you, you will then realize that your circle is quite tight, and there's not many people that you can have in the same circle as you. So the change happened for me, and I realized that I needed to do better and find better and, you know, live a little bit better. And I just started focusing on myself, and I put a lot of work within me, and I benefited so much from there. I mean, I lost a lot of the bad habits that I had. I focused on being more zen, more spiritual. I focused on just getting my old self back, because I knew who I wanted to be, but because I was so sidetracked by being around people and always going out and having to be social with different groups of people, I forgot to focus my energy on myself. So just putting in that energy to myself has really, really rapidly grown me as a person, my mind and what I do and how I communicate and what I allow to be around me. It has really benefited me. So there is power in charity beginning at home. You need to fill your cup up first before you can begin to give it to anyone. And also with my case, it was a little bit different because I also had a lot of pressures from home, growing up in a poor home. So there was those pressures, and I needed to focus my energy on myself so that I could have the stamina and the strength to help my family along and to get past whatever it is that we needed to get past at the time. The 3 things I learned from this journey and the choices I made to lessen my crowd and just to focus on the people that matter is phenomenal. And one of those lessons is that you are who you join. So when you look at your friends, they're really a reflection of who you are. And when I started to look at that realistically, I realized I didn't want to be like a lot of the friends that I did have. And it's not that they were bad people, it was just that their energies were draining. Their whole outlook on life was very different to what I wanted my life to be, and they didn't align to my beliefs and my value system. And because of that, I needed to be away from that. And there is power in that. The more you join a certain type of person, the more you become like them. It's just like your partner. I think my partner and we are so alike now more than ever because we spend most of our time with each other. So we feed off each other, and it's important to recognize that the people you are rolling with are a reflection of who you are as well. The next takeaway from this decision that I made was that if people really care about you, then they will, and they'll pick up the phone and they'll phone you, or they'll send you a message, or they'll do something that's kind And it doesn't need to be regularly, but when they do make contact with you, you know that they do care. So that was the biggest lesson for me. It was a hard pill to swallow, as I said earlier, but it definitely is worth it, knowing that that person that you do have contact with does genuinely have your best interest at heart. And the next takeaway that I learned from making this decision in my life is that energy drainers have really taken me 10 steps backwards. So every time I would roll with them, every time I would be around them, it would take me 10 steps backwards to where I truly needed to be. And the person, I mean, if I took those hours that I spent with people that really didn't matter, that really didn't have my best interest at heart, I would have been a little bit more forward in where I needed to be. But again, everything happens for a reason, and I needed to have experienced those experiences to be where I am today. So in the end, I realized that I choose the vibe that I want for myself, and charity begins at home. And it's okay if people think that I'm full of myself, because I want to be full of myself so that my cup runneth over. Just like Oprah says, when you know better, you do better, and when your cup runneth over, you can give more to other people. So once I sort myself out and I'm happy with who I am and where I am and who I want to be and reaching my goals, then I can advise other people. I can give more of myself to my loved ones and people that matter in my life. But if I'm empty, I can't pour from an empty cup. So it's very, very important to focus your energies on yourself. When you're spreading your vibrational energies to people that really just don't gel with the same vibrational energies as you, or they don't have your best interest at heart, and that can be family members as well, it can be detrimental to you actually attaining the goals that you want. So my choice for myself was to rather just keep it extremely tight until I sorted a lot of the things, and then slowly expand where I needed to, but only to the people that would fit the WhatsApp group. If we're not like-minded, if we don't believe in the same things, if we don't gel on that level, then perhaps we should not waste each other's times, because I don't want to have my energy drained, and neither do I want to drain someone else's energy. I want to be around people that are uplifting me. I want to be around people that are just so sensational, so inspirational, that I take away good vibrational energy from them. And those are the kinds of people I want to spend my time with. And if I don't find those kinds of people, that's okay. We have YouTube, and we have tons and tons of self-help books that we can read. And if you are someone that is aspiring to be better, I'm currently reading the book 7 Habits of Highly Successful People by Stephen Covey, and it is helping me so much, because we're not perfect and we should always try to improve ourselves. And I want to get to a place where I can honestly say I've reached a point where I am a much better human. I'm not there yet, I have a long way to go, but I'm taking you on this journey. If you liked this video, if you think I made some good choices, if you disagree with my choices, hey, whatever the case is, let me know in the comments below. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to The Front Row. You want to be a part of this royal family, because together we can make it happen, and together we can empower each other. I'll catch you on the next video. Keep it royal.